When, actually, I want to say something about the song we're about to play, but I keep having this one intrusive thought, and I just feel like if I say it out loud, it'll stop, I hope. A very, very horrible, tragic thing happened to Sara yesterday, and I don't know if she's recovered. I know for me it was a shock. We were staying at the same hotel, and I went up to her room, and she'd done laundry, and she mostly just dresses in overalls now. It's a stage of 40s when you return to dressing like a baby, and anyway, she's got this.
I think of it like dressing like a farmer or someone who needs a lot of pockets for things.
I'm wearing a one-piece jumpsuit. I'm fine with it. I buy overalls too. I'm just saying she just wears these two pair of overalls. She changes back and forth, and she has this beautiful wool green sweater that she wears underneath the green overalls. And it was just a total shock to go upstairs to her hotel room, and she had the overalls splayed out, kind of drying, and then she said, "Oh, the most awful thing happened," and she held up the sweater that's usually a big, giant, oversized wool sweater, and it was like this big. Like the square of the sweater was this big, and then a little hoodie. Shocking.
Bizarrely, the strings are still the same length.
Well, not bizarre. It's not made out of wool, maybe, but anyway. I feel better. I just keep thinking about it. It's like every once in a while I'm going to be like C, D, G. Well, those aren't even the right notes. But the point is that while I'm doing it, I just keep the sweater keeps coming into my head. Don't wash wool, and then definitely don't dry it, you guys.
Well, you can wash in a delicate cycle, but we're staying at a hotel, and it's more like an apartment, but it has one of those washer-dryer combos that. Like, I'm an atheist, and I'm not going to get into details because I know a lot of kids are here, but it's the one thing that makes me think there might be a devil, which is the person who invented a machine. I just think of the jackass who was like, "I've done it! It's a machine that washes and dries clothes." And everyone went,
and
wow.
It doesn't vent outside, so it takes steam.
It takes about 8 hours, and then he just descended into the pits of hell, and he was like, idiots. And then a bunch of hotels and small apartments in Southeast Asia bought them, and then just everyone goes there. That happened the first time I shrunk all my clothes was in Korea. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The point is, they're made by a bad person. And the good news is I have a small child, and so he's gonna wear that sweater now, so.
When we
did today, and it wouldn't really fit over his head, and I was like yanking it over his head, and I was like, "You're fucking gonna wear this sweater." And he's like, "It's too tight, it's too tight." And I was like, "No, it's not! I'll show you tight."
Okay, back on track. When we put out our third album, If It Was You, we were 22 years old. We were just starting to kind of actually be a band. The first two records had been a hellscape of scraping together enough to pay the rent and taking the Greyhound. I won't bore you with the details, but it was tough. And when we made If It Was You, we were like, we're making it with a band, and it's gonna sound the way we want it to sound. We're empowered. We're not folk. We're indie pop. And so we make this band with a band, and add all these keyboards, which everyone was so mad about because fucking everybody's just looking for a reason to be mad. So, and then the first tour we get was acoustic. It was a huge artist, 2 months in North America in theaters, but we had to do it as a duo. And I was like, fucking folk again. And but I loved this song. And I was so envious of Sara because I felt like it was such a beautiful visual song. A lot of our music up to this point had been very literal. We'd started writing music in high school, and the lyrics were very, literal. Or there was a lot of allegory, one or the other. But this song just felt, it just felt very visual. It just, really summed up, sort of this torturous. I just thought it was very beautiful. The pre-chorus line, it's a song called Underwater, but the pre-chorus, was like, I'm a car crash, but I gotta get up every morning. And I just love that, this idea that you just wake up and you just feel like a total piece of shit. Sorry, I know it's kids, but I can't help but swear, especially when kids are around. I just thought that was like, you know, like that more, you know, when you wake up and you're like, I fucked everything up and life is, but then you unload the dishwasher and you're like, I did it. I'm back on track, everything's fine. To me, like obviously there's worse things that you can do, but I just like, and there's better
Like
things.
cause a car crash, for example.
Yeah, but just this idea that, you know, we've all been there where you wake up in the morning and it's like everything's great and then you remember something and you're like, oh, no, why did I say that? And this song just felt like that to me. It just really did that. So anyway, I was really excited to get to cover this one for the tour of Sarah's, and then she told the audience the first night that she hates it. So now that's what I think about when I play it. So.